Okay, we hold our hands up. We're sorry. We're really, really sorry. We know we've let you down. We know this podcast is late. Okay, we know the episode's late. We hold our hands up and we're really, really sorry. However, isn't it cool to arrive fashionably late to the party? I mean, no one's ever on time, right? And we have a lot to catch up on. So, before we get absolutely mortal, I'd like to remind everyone that this podcast contains two very late pissed up gays with their opinions, rants and raves in life and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it like me and pour yourself another one and let's get this going. And we promise to be on time next time. And let's read between the wines. Well, I felt like episode 8 was never going to come.
We're back.
God. We are back after a disastrous short period of time with sound and technical issues and all sorts that went on. We are finally here.
We'll explain more as to why we didn't do the smaller episode throughout today.
Well, the reason why we didn't do the smaller episode is because we got absolutely fucking trashed in Los Angeles. So there was no time to do the smaller episode because we were too busy knocking drinks back in West Hollywood, courtesy of our lovely bar staff, which we will shout out soon.
I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone listening who listens to this podcast regularly.
Still, we did manage to do one in LA though, which is great. We just didn't quite
on minimal sleep.
On minimal sleep, and yeah, well, minimal sleep, alcohol running through the veins, you know.
That's what we do best.
Well, yeah. I just bite-sized version never happened. However, that just gives us more to talk about today.
You never do bite-sized, babe.
I mean, yeah. My mouth ain't built for bite-sized stuff. It's like those party-size chocolate bars.
Chipolata.
Little, you know, those little ones that they put in party bags.
Fun
I was always fun-sized Mars bar. That's the one I was always disappointed by those.
There's nothing fun about those.
It's fun-sized Mars bar. Yeah, all right. I was always destined for big things, you know. Anyway, yes.
Cheers to that.
So, well, cheers to that. We are back. And firstly, I do want to apologise to everyone that's listening and also everyone that's been asking where episode 8 was and when it was coming out. So, yeah, massive apologies for this being slightly late. We did have some technical issues last week. We did take our equipment to LA to film some LA content, which we got out on time. However, coming back to the UK, one of the mics got damaged in transit from the what's it? City of Angels. The Big Apple's New York, isn't it?
Yeah,
City of Angels. And the other mic, luckily we had a backup, but for some reason, the bullshit editing software that we use didn't want to recognise the mics. And once it did recognise the mics, the sound was fucking awful.
Well, there's a metaphor for life there. Always have a backup.
Yeah, story of mine. Trust me, I have. But yeah, that's why this is late. So we do appreciate people asking where the podcast was, if it was coming out. And we are here. We are here. So yes, we're sorry we let you down. But good things come to those that wait. So we do appreciate everybody still waiting to listen to this episode. But at the same time, be fucking patient. Do you know what I mean? I was on an incredibly run of hangovers when I got back from LA. Plus, we had the busiest week coming back from LA because Her Majesty herself, Queen Bee. You're pointing to the wall like they can see what we're talking about unless they follow TikTok, in which case, why aren't you following our TikTok? Because you'll see what we're talking about. She graced her presence, our presence, the nation's presence with
5 glorious days.
Yes, 5 glorious days, to which we were there for 3 of those.
Well, actually, no, she was in more dates in the UK, we should say. In London, she was fine.
Oh, yeah, we don't care about anywhere else other than London, though. Do you know what I mean?
Manchester's still
No one's going to the Stadium of Light. I apologise to all the people that I know that went to the Stadium of Light to see her live.
Cheaper tickets, though, wasn't it?
I don't know if they were, though. I don't know if they were, to be honest. I don't think any ticket was fucking cheap. We just were lucky that we got them all in London. But anyway, that's the reason why we're slightly delayed. So blame LA, blame America, because everyone blames America, don't they? And then blame the Queen herself, because let's face it, she takes priority. However, we're back. I always forget to do shout-outs before I go into...
shout-outs first.
Before I go into any rants, and believe me, I have quite the list.
You do indeed.
We best do some shout-outs. So I think we said that this episode was purely going to be shouting out the fabulous people that made LA.
Indeed.
So fabulous for us, and so wonderful, and so welcoming, and actually made us... didn't want to come home, did we?
Well, exactly.
And firstly, we've got to shout out Gina and Curtis, two babes of Hotel Ziggy.
They were
the
so
king
lovely.
and queen of Sunset Boulevard themselves, that made us feel so incredibly welcome. Actually, I've never felt more comfortable being around people that I've just met. And I've been going to LA for many, many, many years. We've heard on these podcasts about my many, many, many stories in LA. We'll probably touch upon those again. We always fucking do. But yeah, Gina and Curtis were absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for taking care of us, making, those 10 days that we were with you so wonderful. You looked after us and you treated us so well. So we're super, super grateful. And obviously we can't leave out James.
James.
The lovely James as well, who we cannot wait to meet.
Exactly.
We are going to become European neighbours, I hope, at one point.
Yeah.
Or I'm just going to move in with Gina and James in LA. God, that sounds fantastic.
We should give out maybe a shout out to James's Spotify. She's a musician.
Yes, James Bullitt.
Check out her music.
We need to shout it out because she's absolutely fucking amazing. I've seen some of the work and I was actually quite blown away, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Some of the work I recognised when Gina told me, and I was like, oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah.
And Curtis as well. We've got to shout Curtis out, being a comedy king. He is a comedian and actor in LA as well.
Exactly.
So he's just amazing. And everyone, all three of you, massive shout out to you guys and to Hotel Ziggy in general. That was just amazing. And I've stayed at that hotel before. Not when it was Hotel Ziggy, it was the Grafton on Sunset. And I've stayed in nearly every hotel on Sunset Boulevard. Sometimes not my hotel room. But on this occasion it was. And it was probably one of the best stays I've ever had in Hollywood and on Sunset. So massive shout out to you guys. We cannot wait to see you all again. We are like the STD that you can't get rid of. We are now...
Why would you want to get rid of it?
Well, you can't. No amount of medication or injunctions or restraining orders is going to get rid of me now. So you've got the crazy British people.
But thank you all of you. Like, as my first experience of LA, I couldn't have asked for a nicer time there.
And thank you so much for keeping Danny distracted while I went and shagged everything that moved on Sunset Boulevard. I do appreciate your discretion. So thank you very much.
You were gone a long time on the Sunday pool party.
Well, yeah, I was. Did you see how many gay people were at that Sunday pool party? Bloody hell. The whole water was just like a cloudy mess by the end of it. Did you see it? It was disgusting. Everyone was breeding. Oh, God. Everyone was breeding each other.
I didn't get invited to that corner.
Oh, God, it was fantastic. It wasn't sun cream I had all over my face.
I thought there was a cloudy debris in the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, there was. It's like a trail, like snails. You know when snails go, you could see it from the hotel pool to the toilet. It was, it was disgustingly hot and sexy, and it actually wasn't hot and sexy. I don't like pool parties, in all honesty, but I liked being at Hotel Ziggy. It was great, and the people at the pool party were really fun. They were really fun, really nice, and the sun was shining that day. So yes, but yeah, full of gays in West Hollywood. What a shocker! Do you know what I mean?
Surprise!
What a shocker! But anyway, yeah, massive shout out to you guys. We do really appreciate all of you. But yeah, I suppose we should go on to rants and raves. And actually, I've got some rants this week, but I've also got some things that made me laugh a little bit. So I know we always have massive rants, but I thought maybe let's bring up something that's actually quite funny. Could be a bit ranty. And that's, going through my social media. And I always somehow bring up social media in everything I fucking do. And it's usually the creeps that slide into my DMs and, want all sorts. And, God, if I could count the amount of men that slide into my DMs asking for dick pics, They all get them.
Well, how do you think we met?
I did not do that. I certainly did not do that. I've gone up in the world now. I'm a little bit more classy. Back in the day, I was just like frisbee, like Uno. Like that game, just frisbeeing out dick pics. Yeah. But anyway, yes, Facebook messages and random people. I had a little look in my junk. Is it junk folder or other requests folders? You know those shitty folders where it's all spam, and I come across about 10 messages that I didn't know I had, and they were all from, now I don't know for sure, but they were all from young, I use the word hot loosely, young hot women that were looking for a good time.
Women?
Young hot women looking for a good time, and I made note of some of these messages because I thought they were quite funny. Now, if you go on my social media and you look at me as a person, and you look at what I look like, the way I carry myself, I'm obviously the straightest person that you know, right?
Well,
I'm sitting here currently in a glittery bomber, bright pink hair. I've just been bred in the toilet. Do you know what I mean? I've been to every glory hole in South East London because you've got to make up for lost time.
Well, indeed.
Right? Got to make up. I was in LA for 10 days. There was no glory holes there. Just like they don't have roundabouts, they don't have glory holes, do they, in LA? Well, if they do, I was looking in the wrong place. Didn't see a glory hole in sight. Not on Santa Monica Boulevard, not in West Hollywood, not even on the Walk of Fame.
Well, if it's not on West Hollywood, then it ain't worth looking anywhere else. Because you get everything in West
As long as it's this side of Sunset, though, because if you go that side of Sunset towards Hollywood and Highland, that ain't a glory hole I want to be visiting. Do you know what I mean? It could be fucking anything.
Zero glory on that side.
Oh, God. Saying that, on that side of Sunset, I don't know if I'd want to be at a glory hole in Sunset Boulevard anyway. I've seen them all before, I'd be able to identify them. Oh, yeah, I know who he is. Regular.
Alan's
Come back for some more of you. It's God. My Uber driver. Anyway, but yeah, looking at my social media and looking at the way I carry myself, I don't understand why, if these people are real, they would want to talk to me. Got a message. Hey, babe. Want to have a wonderful night with me? Meet me, baby, and let's have fun. Now, this is a cute little Asian girl. Pretty hair, pretty bikini on. Why is she messaging me? Do I look like the type that's going to want to have fun with a cute, hot girl? No, I don't look like that. I've got pink hair. I wear multicoloured dungarees. I wear Barbie t-shirts. Do you know, I wear hot pants. I wear skirts. Why would I want to talk to a cute girl and have fun? I don't get it. So,
Can I just congratulate her on her grammar, because they're not often very well versed in.
Well, that's. Whoa, cut that out. Fucking hell. There's some uneducated British people that ain't good with grammar either. I think my exes. They listen to this podcast, their grammar's the worst. Fucking hell. But anyway, well, maybe. No, I did not translate or edit this. This is actually, I've lifted this.
That's what I mean. It's normally these spam messages from whoever is always, wood spelled W-U-D.
They get better, right? They get better. So the second one I received. Come and join me and meet the girl you have never loved. Yeah, got that right, love. Got that right.
Finally, some sense of the
Meet the girl you've never loved. Don't you see the irony? No, I don't want to meet the girl I've never loved because I don't plan on loving you. I don't even plan on seeing you, you fucking weirdo. Go and find an old man that's desperate. I am desperate, but I'm not desperate for a girl. Do you know what I mean? Oh, fucking hell. My last one, which this is my favourite one. I favourited this one. I'm actually tempted to write back to this one and have a little bit of banter with her. I have big breasts, pink nipples, and a tight little pussy hole. Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes. That's
tick,
it.
Tick, tick.
You can react to it. Heart emoji, aubergine emoji, squirty emoji. I've got big breasts, pink nipples, and a tight little pussy hole.
Well, so do you.
How lovely. Does it match the colour of my pink palace that I record my podcast in? If so, come round. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've got a tight little hole as well. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got big breasts, though. Well...
No.
Gives all them tit wanks I give. I'm not surprised. Anyway, that was just a couple of things that made me laugh this week. Fucking hell, girls! If you're sliding into my DMs and you want me to play with your little tight hole, then you're really fucking barking up the wrong tree. Because I do not want to do that at all. Not even these. Not even this. I'm talking about the wine here. Not even that would make me do it. That's so 10 years ago for me. Shagging women is so 10 years ago for me. Like. It's a trend that was back in the day for me, and it ain't one that I want to revisit. You know?
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Wore the t-shirt, didn't fit, looked horrible, took it back and couldn't get the refund because it was fucking 40 goods. Ugh. So I just tossed it in the bin.
I mean,
and we move.
Those messages have been around since the dawn of the internet, surely.
What, those messages?
Well, not those specific ones, but...
Oh, thanks. Maybe someone shows a bit of attention to me. Oh, yeah, those messages have been around since the dawn of time. God, not someone wants to actually message you, Ronnie.
No, but...
Don't see you getting those flirty messages from cute girls.
Well,
Then they go, oh, sorry, wrong person.
The funniest one I ever got was weirdly to my work email. And bearing in mind that my work email, I don't sign up to any mailing list, nothing at all. Like, I don't give it out to anyone besides people that I work with. But I remember distinctly receiving a spam message to it from someone whose name is actually someone who worked at the company at the time, head of facilities no less, who I won't name but was a complete bitch, and everyone agreed with us.
Anyone that goes on LinkedIn, go on to I'll give you Daddy's company name. If you inbox me on TikTok, I'll give you the name of the company, and then you can search her up.
I don't work for that company anymore.
Oh, I know the previous ones as well. So if you just search LinkedIn head of facilities, I can have a guess at which company this is.
It's fine. She got sacked from embezzlement.
Probably for sending dirty messages to colleagues.
So there we go. That's my...
Well, you didn't tell us what the message was.
I didn't actually... Well, I opened the message, and when I realised it wasn't about facilities, because she never said hello, she never... In any email she sent ever, was never like, hello, no niceties. Literally, it was just to the point, you've done this wrong, come and collect it, come and do what you need to do.
A lot of comes in these messages.
Well...
That's probably why she got fired.
I think that's why she got the job in the first place, if I'm honest.
One of those companies, is it? One of those companies.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
0898.
I used to be in a company like that years ago. I used to work for a company like that where people just had no concept of what was appropriate for work. And, well, to be honest, I kind of respected it. But, well, Jill from Facilities, here's to you. But anyway, back to crazy messages. We don't always get them. They've not been there since the dawn of time. Girls fancy me because I'm a macho, hot, straight-looking stud. They obviously ain't looking at my profile picture. They're obviously not looking at my picture. Do you know what I mean? It's like you saw my Snapchat. Anyway, that was the things that made me laugh this week. But rants. Oh, now where do we fucking begin? Well, the first rant I wanted to talk about actually was Tottenham Hotspur, right? Now I have to talk about this because I had a lovely time in Los Angeles and things went, amazing. We did some great things, but then we came back and obviously came back on the Sunday, had to go to Beyonce on the Monday, which I wasn't mad at. You know how much I fucking love her. That stadium is the worst fucking stadium I've ever fucking been to in my life. Firstly, the staff are absolute... I'm not going to say the horrible word because we say it too much on this podcast, but that's what they are. They're fucking arseholes, right? Arseholes. They don't like Beyonce fans. You can tell that staff don't like Beyonce fans. The minute you turn up in a sparkly outfit and high heel boots, I don't know what their fucking problem was.
The only person who was and didn't work at the stadium was working at the train station, who made the joke of...
To the left. Oh, I love that train station woman.
She was
fantastic. Anyway, she didn't work at the station, though.
It went down the hill from there.
I mean, stadium. She worked... Fucking stadium staff were horrible. Horrible. And I don't appreciate it. Beyonce, I know you're never going to listen to my podcast, and I know I'm a nobody to you. However, please don't play at Tottenham Hotspur again. Do Wembley Stadium. It's much nicer.
Any stadium will be better than
Or
Tottenham.
an arena tour. Do the O2 again, but not fucking Tottenham Hotspur. As if it's not a dump as it is, right? I was going to offend people that go to Tottenham now. I don't care. Getting out of that place was fucking hell on earth. That train home, no. I absolutely fucking hated that. That was the worst part of being at that concert for me, was not only going to have to sit in a football stadium and look at pictures of Harry Kane when I want to be looking at pictures of fucking Beyonce, I had to get on that shitty fucking train on the way, and were people pushing you on. I was close to sparking someone out. I really was. I was close. I must have got into a couple of hours.
Just one or two.
Well, I won in the fucking stadium with
Yeah.
that stupid boy that came
did.
right unstuck when he tried to say something to me.
Yeah.
Whoa. Anyway, we won't get into that because we resolved our differences before Beyonce came on stage.
Because
but-
he apologised.
Yeah, fucking best he apologised. Otherwise, he was getting marched out of that fucking stadium. Well, I would have waited till Beyonce finished and then I marched him out of the stadium. But
By a stupid cami top.
oh, felt like just pulling his little fucking what's this little thing on his cowboy hat and just plinging it back in his face. Flick, you little bitch. Shouldn't you have been at Hoopla? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, Tottenham Hotspur was my rant. Disgusting stadium, vile area. Please don't tour there again. If Beyonce plays at fucking Tottenham again, of course I'm going to go. But please don't. Please fucking don't. Don't do this.
And give us more than 3 months' notice so we can book a hotel in advance.
Well, yeah, but even if it was at Tottenham, I don't want to be staying in a hotel in Tottenham. Fucking hell. God.
70 quid it costs to get a cab from
Yeah,
three
but that's
stops.
yeah, but still though, that's better than staying in a divey fucking Travelodge in Tottenham of all places. Shithole. Absolute shithole. But anyway, that was my rant. Tottenham, disgusting place, disgusting staff at Tottenham Hotspur, disgusting football team. No straight people listen to this podcast, so I will say it. Fuck off the lot of you. Yeah. Anyway, apart from Beyonce, she was fabulous. Did have another rant. It was going to be about this Poxy podcast and the editing software and the sound, but we've already done that at the beginning, so we won't rant.
There we go.
Rant. So we move. But anyway, obviously we've had some time in Los Angeles. We've had some time back. I wouldn't say we've had any downtime since we've been back because we was at Beyonce all fucking week. But I thought maybe a good thing to talk about as we head into June would be obviously what happened in LA, plus the fact that we're going into Pride Month and everything that comes with that.
Absolutely.
So this week we said that we will keep it all things gay and let's slide into Pride, right?
Yeah,
slide
absolutely.
into Pride because, you know, this is the month where we can tell everyone that we're gay and we get away with everything. Move, have you seen that meme? Move, I'm gay, when he walks in the office. Me. Don't think that'd work in my line of work because everyone's pretty much gay. They're like, so? Ain't we all? Do you know what I mean?
I have to use that one myself in my company.
What, in your company?
Yeah.
Well, after seeing you in them boots at the weekend and your little panties, I'm surprised everyone don't already know. Oh, here she comes. She walks into the office on a Monday morning.
Walk up to the reception staff, says, I told you to play my song.
Yeah.
I'm coming out.
Fire's still rubbing from the... Oh, God, I spilt my wine everywhere. Fire's still rubbing to make yourself fat. I meant the boots. The boots.
Thanks, babe.
And
Thanks.
the fires. Yeah. That's probably why you don't get those messages that I get. So big thunder fires are yours. You know what I mean? But anyway, all things gay and let's slide into Pride. But I think the first thing, obviously, it would be criminal if we didn't talk about gay Hollywood and, you know, experiences within gay Hollywood. I know we touched upon this a couple of weeks pre-LA, but now we're back from LA and you've experienced it for the first time.
Yeah.
And you've seen the difference between, you know, London gays and LA gays, in particular Hollywood, WeHo gays. What were your thoughts on West Hollywood and the gay scene? I'll hand this over to you.
So, I know you said to me many times how accepting people were there. I guess I didn't really appreciate it until I saw it. But those first couple of days, before we actually got to the gay bars, you know, and all along Santa Monica Boulevard, the number of people who commented on our outfits, said such nice things about us, to both of us, our outfits, how we were. I just think that is a new world to me completely. So God bless LA, because that was... I didn't think I really appreciated that's what it would be like until we got there. So,
But where's the shade?
I would say the gay scene, particularly in the gay bars, on the nights where there were a decent amount of people, there was still a lot of arseholes. Not in the same way as London, I'll give them that. But I can think of a couple of gay boys that we saw in our ventures out where I just thought, oh, piss off, mate.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? When it's people like us, and in particular, probably I'm I'm probably the worst person out of the two of us. I'm definitely worse. Is when you get people like that come up to me, and you get, as we've seen in the Abbey, for example, we had that guy come up and he was like, "I'm so cheeky,"
and he was the worst.
Like, I'm just gonna do this and like touchy feely and like grabbing my hand, and
no,
I was like,
what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand there,
annoying fucking arsehole. And when you meet, I don't know if they have this idea of people from London, like that we're really like Hugh Grant, and we're like really like posh and well to do, and we say things and they love our accent and blah 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 blah. But when someone like him approaches someone like me and he's like, "Oh my god, am I cheeky?" And I'm like, "Fuck off!" Like, I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm like, nah, you ain't cheeky. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Yeah, I know my outfit's nice. Stop touching the diamonds, please, because I'm gonna get the ump. And I suppose that, you know, they have this view of London, but they don't know South London, or they don't know East London, because it's very different. And I'm not as tolerant as people, and I can be in LA because I like to try and be a little bit open-minded in LA, right? You always get the flamboyant WeHo gays coming up to you, talking to you, saying, you know, I think the way the outfits that we wore and the way we carried ourselves, it would have been foolish to think that we wouldn't have got people come up to us.
But even the flamboyant ones, I think, they were a bit nicer, because like, with some of the outfits we were wearing, they would compliment. I think of a flamboyant London gay who would literally like turn their nose up and turn their head or snap their fan at you because you've got a better outfit on and not say anything. At least some of the, you know, the more well-dressed gays on that scene did actually give us compliments, particularly you compliments. And I thought it was like, you wouldn't see that in London, would you?
Well, what are you trying to say? I don't get compliments in London?
No, I'm not from those type of gays though.
It's a hard one, isn't it? It's a really hard one. I don't know the answer to that. Like, I think people are more judgmental in London than they are in West Hollywood, and I think because West Hollywood is known for it and it's so gay friendly that it is accepted a little bit more, and they almost respect it a little bit more. Whereas in London, I think you would get compliments in London, probably not parts of London, but you would get some compliments in London. I do think it is different. They don't bother me, the gays in Hollywood. They are quite full on and they are quite touchy feely, but it is what it is. I mean, if I'm going to walk down the road in a sparkly jacket and high heels on, I'm going to expect people to stop me and be like, "Oh my god, I really love this," or "Can I take a photo?" Or "Can I..." The one thing I didn't like was that guy trying to take my jacket off to wear it, and I was like, "You put your hands on my jacket again and I'm going to put you in the ground."
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Was he a gay boy?
It was the same guy from the Abbey.
Oh no, I thought.
Oh, you're talking about a fucking straight one.
Straight one.
Yeah, you weren't fucking straight. That man was as straight as a fucking circle. That man was not straight. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Though that's not. I don't think
he was drunk, and
he is, but I don't think he necessarily is Hollywood gay personified. I think he is privileged white boy from LA. And there's on Sunset for a night out. That's what he was. He wasn't West Hollywood gay scene.
No, he wasn't. No,
he was privileged little rich boy that's mummy and daddy has probably got a fucking house in the hills that thinks he can just go up to people and take people's jackets. Not in London, you don't do that. And you don't do it to someone from London, because you know what? I'll fucking destroy you. So don't come near me and fucking try and take my jacket. You are, because that jacket, he was like, "Oh, I took it from someone in the hotel." I thought, dare you try and do that with me?
Yeah, exactly.
Dare you try and touch me, try and take my jacket? I was like,
Nonsense.
Fucking annoying little bastard. Good job.
But going back to the other annoying little C word, I didn't realise he's tried to touch your jacket.
Oh no, he was touching my diamonds. That's not a euphemism.
Well, he went for them.
He did. Could have had them if he wanted them. Do you know what I mean? All he had to do was ask. But yeah, it was like stroking them. And I was like, if you break one of these diamonds on my jacket, I'm going to fucking kill you, because I love this jacket.
Yeah.
I love this jacket. So I was looking at him as if to say, calm down, bitch. Calm down. And then he was like, oh, I mean, you know what else I love about people from LA? And not everyone, but it's like, where are you from? From the UK. I'm from London. Oh, I'm coming there soon. I'll be near you. I'm in Doncaster for the weekend. I'm like, I know we're a small fucking country, but come on. Not that fucking small. I used to have a man that I used to sleep with in LA. I think I've spoke about him before, actually. When have I not spoke about someone I've slept with in LA? But he lived just off of Sunset Blvd, the producer guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm coming like to the UK soon. I won't be far from you. We should meet up." And that was after he'd asked to stay on my sofa. When I obviously said, "No, you're not staying on my sofa." And he was like, "I'll be in Windsor." I thought, I ain't fucking nowhere near Windsor. Like, do your fucking research. I'm not. Where are we going to meet?
Yeah, I'm in Fife in Scotland.
Do you know what I mean?
Great, yeah.
Great, yeah. I'll catch the bus. Do you know what I mean? I'll yeah. Catch an Uber to fucking Scotland.
It's quicker to get to LA.
Easy, I'm probably cheaper. But anyway, yeah. I do think the gay scene is very different in Hollywood. I actually prefer it.
I prefer it as well.
I don't like the gay scene in London very much. I don't like London gays, if I'm honest. I've offended everyone that listens to the podcast. Apologies, but it's just the way I feel. Can't change that. I prefer LA gays. I feel like I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I should be there, and I feel like that's my calling.
And I would agree with that, because maybe not so much to Abbey. I didn't rate the Abbey. I know that's the iconic one.
Maybe so much to Abbey. I was like, who's Abbey?
But all the other gay bars we went to, I think for the most part, I did enjoy them. Like, they were good fun. Like, certainly when there was a buzz about them. Let's not forget seeing Trixie DJ.
Yeah, that was good.
Was that a Mickey's?
Mickey's, yeah, I love Mickey's.
Yeah.
I do love
and
Mickey's.
I really enjoyed, like, Go-Go Dancers aside, that was quite a nice bar. I quite enjoyed that. I could see me going there regularly.
At Mickey's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Mickey's.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you can just you can leave your drink, walk next door, buy a fucking 7-foot dildo and a bottle of poppers, and go back into the bar, and no one batters an eyelid.
Yeah.
Like, might even use it in the fucking toilet. You can invite, it's like wands, like Harry Potter, like gay Harry Potter world. We've all got big dildos.
So that was Sunday night for us.
Every fucking night. That was every night. We loved it at Mickey's. But interestingly, obviously we narrowly missed WeHo Pride.
We did.
Right? Well, I did a bit of digging into WeHo Pride this week, and I thought it would be good to talk about it on this podcast. And I know in episode 1 or episode 2, we talked about kinks and fetishes. Sorry. So episode 2, we spoke about kinks and fetishes here in the UK, and, you know, what ones that we've heard of, what ones we find weird. I thought it might be good to look at the WeHo gay scene and kinks and fetishes across the pond, right? So I found where they asked a bunch of gays, when I say a bunch of gays, I mean a considerable amount of gays, their strangest or most, you know, obscure or funny kink or fetish that they have that not many people would have or not many people know about. And there was quite a few, which I found quite funny, but I managed to narrow it down. And I thought I'd read a couple out and we'll get our views on A, what we think, and B, would this be acceptable in London?
Okay, here we go.
Some of this was an education for me because I've never heard some of these fucking kinks or fetishes before.
God help me.
Some I have, but yeah. So I think it's a famous, I can't remember the name of the website now, but they run the story, and a bunch of reporters went to WeHo Pride and they asked about the strangest or most obscure kinks or fetishes that people would care to share, that they have, that not many people would, thank you for some wine, that not many people would either know about or not many people would consider to be a normal kink or fetish, right? Okay. So the first one, so I narrowed it down to about 6. So the first one I've heard of is obviously the human furniture, right? Human furniture fetish, where the submissive is turned into a chair, a table, a cabinet, or some other furniture for the dom, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming that means that someone bends all over on all fours and plays coffee table, or someone bends over on all fours as a chair and the person sits on it, right? I understand that from a dom sub perspective, right? I understand a submissive will want to be a slave. I ain't being someone's coffee table. I'm not being someone's chair. What concerned me is it said cabinet. So how are you going to be someone's cabinet? What are they opening to put? Because a cabinet you open to put in stuff, right? So what the fuck are they opening?
Well, maybe they have to hold something for that length of time for them to put stuff into.
Or are they putting their hands in, opening something up, putting something in? Is the anus the doors? We don't know.
Oh, I got some new vegetables to store in this cup.
Yeah, I've got some nice china I bought from the boot sale. Could you open your ass? So yeah, that one I found like red. I've heard of before, right?
I've heard of yeah.
But on the flip side to that, I suppose also in the human furniture fetish, you've also got people that fall in love with like things, right? Oh, actually, that one's coming. The next one, which I've never heard of before, which I've got the actual technical name for this, which I thought was quite funny. And this is all from West Hollywood, right? So you can't fucking make this shit up.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so the next one was the sexual attraction to trees. To be specific, dendrophilia. Right? So that is when people seek out certain features of a tree, e.g., anus-like holes, right? So you're looking at a tree. Imagine going down a park. Imagine going down a park and you look at a tree and there's a little bit of bark. Is it bark? Is that what it's called? A little bit of bark missing that looks a little bit like a chocolate starfish and getting aroused by it. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? How is anyone attracted to a tree? I say this, but obviously my family owned like pubs when I was younger, right? We had this guy, and I'm going to name him because it's fucking don't listen. His name was Damo, right? Damo. And he always used to get really drunk in the pub. And I remember being even a teenager and coming out, and at the end of the night Damo would leave the pub and you'd catch him grinding up the tree making all sorts of noises, and I used to be like, what the fuck is he doing? That's weird. Maybe he just belonged in West Hollywood all along.
Damo, wasn't that one of your aliases?
No, Damo was a character that I played on a popular BBC soap, which we won't mention, but I was not shagging anus-like holes in trees.
My question about, what is it, dendrophilia? Dendrophilia.
Yeah.
Why wood specifically?
Wood?
Yeah, but why wooden holes? Why
not
not
it's
any
the tree?
Like, I know, but tree is wood. Wood is...
But I imagine, I don't... You're asking me like I understand what these people are fucking doing. You're asking me like I understand to an extent why they want to shag trees. I don't fucking know. Maybe because the tree is quite phallic. I don't know.
I wonder if the same would be true if there's like a really like a table made of real wood.
No, because that has fall into the furniture one.
But if the table had knots in that weren't filled in, would they oblige to fill it in? But
this is the sexual attraction just to trees.
So not necessarily the holes.
No, it's because the texture and sometimes the makeup of the tree resembles anus like holes and stuff. I don't know. Listen, I don't know this shit. This is all new to me, and that's fucking saying something coming from me. I know everything, but
can you imagine the splinters?
Oh. God, I wouldn't even imagine a condom would sort that out.
You'd have to.
Be like Kaplunk, wouldn't it? All these like little fucking holes in.
You need to get one of those triple thick condoms to do that, because I ain't going to the doctor and ask him to remove a splinter out of my...
Brings a whole new phrase. I've got morning wood. Do you know what I mean? Shagging a tree last night. Do you know? Fucking hell. But yeah, I don't get it. I've never looked.
Each to that.
Well, I ain't ever looked at. Does that mean though, if it's a baby tree and it's like, is that paedophilia to these people?
Pedotendrophilia.
Like, God, I got an obsession with baby trees. I want to fuck them. Like, you need help.
Maybe that doesn't quite carry the same prison sentence.
Not as fucking kids. No, I imagine not. Still, no. Obviously, I know that criminally that one's a lot worse, but I don't think I would be as accepting of someone that wants to fuck a tree either, because I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, been with some people before, it might as well fuck a tree because they're dead as fucking wood anyway. Do you know what I mean? Been there, done that, but I ain't going around. Especially, imagine if you had that and you lived by woods. Fuck me.
Well, you'd probably seek out a property nearby woods.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? You'd want to go to fucking woods every single night. You'd literally be in your element. You would literally not leave that woods. Oh, maybe that's what Blair Witch Project was based about. Maybe that's what Blair Witch likes, because she or he lived in fucking woods, playing like tricks around trees, tying things up. Maybe she was just a massive horny bitch. What is it? Dendrophiliac.
Well, there we go. So that's explained that. That's brought a whole new light.
Well, now we know what Blair Witch was based about. Right?
Finally, an answer.
Next one is a bit ambiguous, but this is West Hollywood, and it's called liquidophilia, right? And that is the arousal from getting your dick wet in either water or some other liquid, right? Now this is not talking about bodily fluids, and this is not talking about lube as such, because you do that when you're having sex, right? Yeah. You don't get aroused at your for me, when you're having sex with someone, you don't get aroused because your dick's wet. You're getting aroused because you're about to fuck someone, right? But this fetish is people getting aroused from their private parts just being wet.
I mean, I'm up for sex in the shower, but how?
Well, you wouldn't last, would you? If you had that,
you'd have
if
to
you
do
had
it in
that,
a bathtub, and the bathtubs in the UK are tiny.
Well, you wouldn't even be able to do it in the bathtub because the minute you plop your fucking dick in there, you'd ejaculate. You'd come. You'd go. You'd have to be with some dry ass bitch if you wanted to last. If you
then
had
it would
that,
turn you off because it's the opposite of liquid.
Well, you fucked then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Best thing to do is just buy yourself a bottle of lube or an Evian. Well, we're still going to Evian bottles again. Going back to episode 2.
Wow, that's a very specific kink. I don't know if that's better or worse than the dendrophilia one.
I don't know, but it would be a cheap night, wouldn't it? Do you know what? I ain't got to go and buy a £30 bottle of poppers to get myself. I'm just going to buy a bottle of Volvic.
Just take a bath.
Do you know what I mean?
Just dunk him in the toilet.
You'd literally be in your element. What a cheap thrill that would be. Imagine trying to get porno though and trying to find... Oh no, there probably is a specific porno. Let's face it, there's vomit porn for God's sake, isn't there?
Well, there we go.
Anyway, that was another one. Next one on my list. This one made me laugh. Now, as someone that has hay fever, I don't appreciate this one. But another one that somebody said in WeHo Pride was a sneezing fetish, and that's called mucophilia. Oh. And that is the arousal from seeing people sneeze. Imagine being on the train and imagine through COVID.
Oh my God.
Fuck me. You would literally
dry out.
You'd go sit at the doctor's, wouldn't you? You'd go sit at a local flu jab clinic. You'd go sit there to watch people fucking sneeze all the time.
I mean, with that one, it's like, is there different levels? Like, if it's a dry sneeze, you can get rid of it. But if it's like bogies.
Maybe. I suppose it depends how extreme your fetish is. Some people like, slight body odour on someone, whereas some people like you do not wash for about 10 days. Like, it depends. Maybe it's on mucophilia is on a spectrum. Maybe some people are like, I only like COVID sneezes. Or I only like influenza sneezes. I only like the Black Plague sneezes. Some people might just like the sniffles. I'm quite vanilla.
They just wouldn't be able to get on the tube.
Oh, they'd
during
love
the
it.
winter because they'd have a hard on all the time.
I imagine this wouldn't be an Asian culture because they like they're very funny about that. They wear masks on their public transport. They
Oh yeah, COVID's killed a lot of them off because you've had.
Imagine there wouldn't be much call for mucophiliacs if that's a word in Asia. That's why Boris got rid of all those masks because these people complained.
Well, there's another scandalous story about Boris Johnson you'll be seeing in the Daily
You know what must be what a cock tease those people. Those people that go, oh, it's gone. Oh, bastard!
It's like foreplay.
Yeah, you fucking cock tease. Oh, it's gone. You think, look at the light. Come on, bring it back. People fucking imagine.
Do you think also like having someone like pick their nose in front of you, like, oh yeah, do it again, baby, go deeper.
You go around with a feather. When your partner's asleep. Oh, he's got to sleep again. Oh no, well, get me off. Fuck it. I don't need him to be awake. Sounds a bit rapey, but yeah, well, I've never met a mucophiliac, but it's opened my eyes.
I've never met any of these philiacs.
The people of West Hollywood. Yeah, I'm living for
Bringing
it.
it home.
Living for it.
Well
anyway,
done, West Hollywood.
We move on. Now, I'm not. This one, I see it to an extent. Well, when I say the first part of it, you might half understand it, but when I go into it a little bit more, it's the fetish for tight places. Now, get your mind out the gutter for a second. And confinement. So this isn't tight holes we're talking about. This isn't a tight little booty or a tad little... We don't talk about vaginas, but it's the idea and getting off being in crowded elevators, crowded airplanes, or extremely cramped public transportation places. Now, I think that's fucking crazy. Crazy. How are you going to get... I suppose you can get off from it to an extent that I suppose you could rub up against people, but I don't know, like, especially after COVID, like, that sort of shit scares me. I've not even been to a club, really. Well, apart from West Hollywood. I've not been to I've been to bars, but I don't go to clubs anymore because of being around too many people, and everyone fucking knows.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. If you went to gigs and, like, places like that, theatre, you're always up close against people. Maybe people go there just to get off rather than to see Beyonce. Maybe there were some people there trying.
Maybe that's why people come on a train and ask for money. They don't want money really. They just want to be in crowded places. They just want to. She should hold a sign up, shouldn't it? I have. What's it called? Oh, it doesn't tell me the name. I suppose if you wrote "I have a fetish for tight places and confinement"
Tight
on a sign, you'd
Join the gang.
probably get arrested. But
well, I can recommend 2 spaces for those people: the Central Line at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I won't name the hotel because we'll be going back there. But the hotel in Brighton we stayed at the other week, where it only had 1 lift for 5 floors.
King's Hotel in Brighton. I name it.
Otherwise, it's a lovely hotel, but 1 lift for 5 floors. No, forget.
Well, for those people that like tight confinements and spaces and places and crowded elevators and all that shit, go to the King's Hotel in Brighton or fly economy. This one made me laugh, and I've heard of this one before. Actually, somebody I know used to make money from this, and it's the arousal from vulgar words. Folks, this is called narratophilia, right? So folks with narratophilia get aroused from the usage of obscene words.
They must be having a field day with our podcast.
But, well, yeah, that'd be weird. But I
shacking themselves off to us.
I kind of get that one, though, to an extent. Like, if you're in your bed and someone's being really filthy and calling you names, kind of get it. If you're having a row, like, and I'm like arguing with someone on the train and he calls me a cunt, and I'm like, oh, say it again. Kind of not from that perspective, but, you know.
Oh, there we go.
And then this is the last one. So I got quite a few from this article, which I thought was really funny. But this one, so this is called, so this had a technical term, but it also had a nickname, and I've gone with a nickname, and it was called worming, right? Now,
is that what you do to dogs?
Yeah, you do that to dogs, but from a human perspective, that's not what this is. So could you hazard a guess as to what worming is in the fetish world?
It's not lying there like a worm.
It's just talking about your sexual escapades. No, we're not talking about you. No, you won't ever get it, so I'm going to say it. It's the fetish for licking eyes.
Oh my God.
Licking eyes.
Why worming, though?
You asking me like I know the answers to this. I don't know why it's called worming, but yeah. Worming is the fetish for licking eyes. Now, I understand, people have fetishes and everyone has different things, but fuck me, West Hollywood. You really went to town. You really went to town with these, and it was quite an eye-opening read, actually, looking at these earlier. That's why I thought I'd bring them up on here, because it made me laugh.
Well done, West Hollywood.
Well done, WeHo Pride. You've
exceeded my expectations in many, many ways.
July 1st is the London Pride, and I am going to be there, so I shall bring these up to the folks of London, and I will spread the word for WeHo gays across the world.
You offer some tendrophilia.
Should we go find some trees?
Good luck with that in London.
Nasty old bit of bark on the floor, that'll have to do. You know what I mean?
Got a 2x4 in my back pocket, that'll have to do.
God. Gotta get a bonsai tree from B&Q or something.
Got any MDF, mate?
I need a tree and a drill. Anyway, fetishes aside, because we've spent far too long talking about it, I suppose the other big thing, keeping within the gay vibe, and it is Pride, and this not necessarily Pride, but these are 2 Pride icons. We've got to talk about the big weekend.
Indeed. Now,
I'm not talking about Radio 1's big weekend. I'm not talking about that shitty Metallica festival this weekend, you know.
Download 2023.
I'm not talking about my grinder cruising weekends either. I'm talking about the big weekend. We've got to mention the fact that Beyonce was playing at Tottenham Hotspur on Saturday and Kelly Rowland was playing at Hoopla on Saturday.
Indeed.
Now I've called this. I'm probably going to offend all our listeners here. So the big weekend, Beyonce versus Kelly, upper class versus economy. Right. Now, I don't believe a single word when any gay person comes to me and says, I'd rather see Kelly Rowland anyway, I'm not a big fan of Beyonce. Shut the fuck up, you liar. You're poor and you can't afford Beyonce tickets.
Well, Kelly Rowland's career is off the back of Beyonce, really.
Oh, yeah. It is true. You know what's made me laugh, right? Like, even Beyonce's mum this weekend, like, did a shout out for Kelly and was like, I'm so proud at Kelly for playing in London. It's like she didn't even say the name of the place.
I mean, if anyone outside of South London knew Brockwell Park, then they've got more knowledge than I have.
Now, I'm not slagging off Mighty Hoopla. I like Mighty Hoopla.
Yeah.
You know, I go, but there was no way on God's green earth that I would have ever gone to Mighty Hoopla over Beyonce this weekend. That is just foolish.
Yeah.
Foolish. I'm sorry, I saw the videos of Kelly. It was shit compared to Beyonce. Now, that might just be saying that's me because I'm biased. Look at the reviews. Look at social media. The whole world agrees. Okay, right? So, in my opinion, it is like comparing upper class to economy, if I'm honest.
Well done, Kelly, for turning up to the show to support her. But
now,
there's no way Beyonce's turning up to Brockwell Park.
No, she ain't doing that. She ain't doing that. She ain't doing that to play to a load of thirsty gays, right? It's not happening. She's doing it to a load of thirsty gays in Tottenham. Exactly. Me being the thirstiest one. Hence my outfits and hence the fact that I had to go not once, not twice, but 3 times, right? So I am thirsty as well. Don't have a problem with thirsty gays, but I don't buy for a single second these people. And I've heard people say it. People that listen to this said it to me, actually. You know, fucking well, I'm not a big fan of Beyonce, actually. I prefer to watch Kelly Rowland. No, you wouldn't.
How many Kelly Rowland... God, sorry, I suddenly went very Grange Hill. Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland, how many songs of hers can you name? I can only name one, if I'm honest.
Told you I was going to jump like this. That one.
I don't know that. No, I would say the one she did with Nelly.
Your commander. Oh shit, I'm sounding like a Kelly Rowland fan. Nelly and Kelly.
Yeah, and no shade to Kelly, like...
And Stole, that was a banger, that was.
I just don't know. I don't know any of her songs.
No, I do.
I don't
listen,
know all of...
I'm not knocking Kelly Rowland. I love Kelly Rowland. I'm the biggest Destiny's Child fan ever. I love Michelle, right? But there comes a time when you have to, you know, be realistic, right? Kelly Rowland is no Beyonce. Kelly Rowland's show at the weekend was no Beyonce concert. Beyonce changed the fucking game this weekend. Yeah. Not only with her music, but her fashion. Like, she created a revolution with all of her fans this weekend, and the fucking outfits were insane. And B, she raised the... Like, I read an interview, and it's like Beyonce didn't just raise the bar, she obliterated the bar, right? So,
agreed.
You know, on balance, you gays that think Kelly Rowland's better... Oh, bless you. Sorry, those that know me, that listen to this podcast, and those that follow me on social media, fucking know that I'm always gonna preach Beyonce. But we do love you, Kelly. But yeah,
not the weekend.
I do hope you had a great weekend, gays in Hoopla. I hope you had a great one. I mean, it looked fantastic. But I was living my best life in Tottenham. Even though I just slagged off the stadium, the show was out of this fucking world. So yeah, but they are 2 gay icons. I can't say that they're not. No. Kelly is a massive gay icon.
Yeah,
I'd say she's probably up there as a huge gay icon now. She everything she stands for, and you know, things she talks about is incredibly like supportive of the gay community and the LGBTQ plus community. So yeah, I do love her for that, and I've always loved Kelly Rowland's music. It's just, if I had to choose, come on. There's no fucking choice. Anyway, yeah, that was the they are both gay icons, but let's face it, we know who the winner is here. But yeah, they are big for Pride, and it was a nice, I think, for the gay community, it was nice heading into the first week of Pride Month that Kelly got to play at such a gay iconic festival, and Beyonce got to play to. Not only just, I mean, there was more gay people there than straight people at the Beyonce concert, but it was just, you know, seeing people express themselves at the Beyonce concert in terms of what, I mean, you wore, you know, knee-high, thigh-high boots. I wore thigh-high stiletto boots. I wore tiny little, like, you just was who you wanted to be. And what I loved about the Beyonce concert on the Saturday was they gave everyone a pride flag. I don't know if you saw that. Oh no, we weren't in the cheap seats, babe, so we didn't see it. So they gave everyone like a pride flag, and I don't know if you heard, there was an announcement to say, like, you know, we're heading into Pride weekend, and you know, Beyonce and this tour, you know, encourages everyone to be who they are, and everyone's accepting and loving. And I thought that was really nice, you know, for Kelly to be doing that.
And she donated money to for some of the proceeds.
She did. So it was just a lovely lead in to Pride Month from the two of the biggest icons ever, and I love Destiny's Child. So yeah. But having said that, obviously that leads us quite nicely into Pride, and I suppose London Pride is coming up.
Exactly, yeah, in a few weeks' time.
I'm very excited. I cannot wait for the parade. Cannot wait to wear crazy outfits again.
How do we improve on the outfits that we wore to Beyonce?
I mean, it's going to be fucking hard.
I'm saving up for...
However, I've got my list of fetishes.
Okay.
I've got a clipboard. So I might just go around asking people questions. I'm going to buy a fake mic and I'm going to pretend I'm just there to talk to people. And those that I like, I'm like, fancy it? I'm joking, I won't.
Well, there's a swimming pool around the corner.
A what?
A swimming pool around the corner.
Swimming pool?
Yeah.
Where?
The Oasis swim centre on opposite where Anne Juliet played.
Could just said Pleasure Dome or somewhere like that. That would probably be a more apt place.
I was trying to keep it above the gutter.
You were trying to keep talking about weird fetishes at London Pride out of the gutter. Who the fuck are you kidding? You're almost deluded as those people that say Kelly Rowland's better than Beyonce. But yeah, Pride's, I'm excited for Pride. Pride's obviously, it kicks off a number of Prides. You've got London, and then you've got Brighton, you've got Manchester.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think this is the second year in a row that I've come back from LA 1 week before WeHo Pride. Don't know why I do that. Who was it? Mariah Carey's doing?
Mariah Carey headlines.
She's doing it, isn't she?
And
she did it, sorry.
Oh no, Adam Lambert is playing.
Adam Lambert's doing London Pride.
Yes. And we should mention
Adam Lambert.
Our friend Adam Lambert.
Shout out to Adam Lambert for giving us endless free beers that night, being part of an amazing forum where we got to speak with him, speak with the community. He was so lovely. He was so welcoming. He was amazing. And that was such a good night. And I'm so glad that Adam Lambert is heading up London Pride, because I think he's fucking amazing. And he's just as nice in real life as he is on the TV.
He was so lovely. Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
I was ready to say to him, what was the room number? 527, 327, whatever fucking room number was. It's coming up for a drink. He'd be like, no.
I wonder where the spare key went.
Adam Lambert's pocket. Still there, he never came up. But yeah.
Next time, Adam,
Next time, Adam. Gina and Curtis, set me up next time, please.
Hey, London Pride.
London Pride, he will be there. I might have to wear the same outfit. Say, remember this? Remember this in Hollywood? He'd be like, no. I was in your forum. I was in your event.
You were at my hotel.
Yeah. I think he would remember. I mean, you can fucking forget those. And I costume change halfway through to make him realise. Came back down and was like, hello. He's like, hello.
You again.
Taking a photo of you. But yes, super excited for Adam Lambert. But yeah, well, I think we should wrap that up. It's been a fun one to talk about all the characters that we met in Hollywood, as well as some of the likes and fetishes that those in WeHo spoke about at WeHo Pride. I am living for it. I think it's amazing, ballsy. Not quite for me, some of them, but we move and we respect it.
Which ones are? Well, let's not answer that now.
I can't say I'm going to go off at a sneeze. I can't say that I'm going to be licking anyone's eyes anytime soon. Not mad at the arousal of vulgar words, though. Kind of see the appeal in that a little bit. And trees, sign me up. Sign me up.
Oh, I'm never going to say never to a sexy looking tree.
Anus like trees? Fuck me, yes please. The bigger the tree, the better. That's what I say. Well, on that note, I'm going to go fuck my bonsai tree. And I shall say thank you so much for being so patient on this one. We know we're slightly later. And as always, hit us up on TikTok at RBTW Official. There is some footage of LA on there, which is quite funny. You can see us recording live at Hotel Ziggy. It was really lovely.
And you can also send us an email at rbtwofficial@gmail.com.
Although no one fucking uses the email address, so TikTok's probably the way forward. Or just DM one of us on Instagram. You can find us. We're there. DMs are always open as long as they're filthy. But yes, thank you so much for being so patient. And normal service will resume this week, so it will be out Monday. We've just had some technical problems. Yes.
But thanks for listening.
Yeah. And I hope my apology at the beginning was as sincere as Holly Willoughby's apology and speech was on this morning, on Monday. I'd like to think that me and her are on par with our sincerity.
I'm sure all our fans were saying that they felt misled and disappointed that we didn't fulfill the promise of...
Well, she wore a little white angelic outfit. I wore a sparkly bomber. Look, I'm just.
We know who's winning here.
I'm giving the girls what they want, you know.
We know who's winning here.
Well, we won't get into the Holly drama because, you know, that's another story for another day. But
Tune in next week.
Yeah, no doubt there'll be some scandal. But as always, yeah, follow us, you know, please like our videos, please share our videos, please listen, tell everyone that you know about our Spotify channel because the support's been amazing and the views have been insane and we want to keep the momentum going because we really love doing this and we love, you know, making you guys laugh and defending you at the same time, I suppose. So yeah.
We aren't going anywhere very soon.
And yes, see you on episode number 9.
Yes.
When I suppose this one I always say will be your one, and I always seem to hijack it. But let's get our thinking caps on.
More vulgarity for you fans of dirty words.
Yeah, well, think of some more fetishes, or send some in. We'll talk. You know, we'll talk about them. We'll discuss them. We'll reenact them. We'll do them with you. Whatever you want. You know.
This is now a video podcast.
This is now a video podcast. It all doubles up as like a portal to OnlyFans. You know, I've got a Cash App coming. You know, I can just give you my Monzo. Like whatever you want to do. Right, it's fine. Right, it's fine. Struggling actor, but actually, I'm more into adult movies nowadays. You can catch me on
pendophilia.com.
Yeah, pendophilia.com. iShagTrees.co.uk.
Liquidophilia.
Lickmyeyes.org.
Worming.net.
Yeah, worming.net. 0800 I will be a dream. Anyway, we're going off now. We shall see you on the next pod. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.